Hi everyone, welcome back. It's been a few weeks and I apologize for that, but I had a bunch of projects lined up. The weather got in the way. I was working really diligently on getting a project out and into my garage when the snow hit. So it's been a few weeks. I'm sure anybody who subscribes who actually cares about my channel, which I appreciate, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so, and please tell your friends if you're at least a little bit entertained by what I do. And today I got something a little bit different. Now, anybody who knows me personally knows that I work outdoors for a living for the government. And so, you can actually see a review of this over on Project Farm's YouTube channel, which I'll probably put a link to somewhere because their channel is just awesome and he's really starting to blow up a lot. But I bought a heated jacket and it was about 200 bucks. It came with, I know I'm holding this temp gun because I'll show you later. This isn't part of the deal, that's why I held it. And you don't need my keys either, I guess. But came in this box, came with a battery, the top where you plug the code in, and it came with a charger. It was about 189 bucks from Lowe's. I had to drive over to West Warwick in Rhode Island to pick it up, which, as you can see by all the license plates that are not in use behind me, I'm based out of Connecticut, and it is currently, which is why I have this temp gun here, it is 39 degrees in my garage. Let me spin around here and check it the other way. Yep, 39, 39. What's the floor say? 38. Pretty accurate. So I don't have the heat on in here. What you hear running is the dehumidifier. That's the only thing I keep running in my garage. And there's no insulation, so this is an honest test. And I'm wearing literally it's just a hoodie. But it is so old, you can see light through it. And I purchased this heated jacket because tomorrow it's going to be 10 degrees, 15 degrees outside. I don't know, but I work outdoors. And I wanted to see if this thing was actually worth the $200 or whatever that it's, advertised for. Again, it's a DeWalt system. They didn't give this to me. I bought this with my own money. So what I'm planning on doing is seeing if it makes a difference in any way, because I'll be honest with you, the build quality on this jacket, I mean, the fleece lining is pretty nice. It's soft. You can actually see one of the patches in the back there where the heating element is. This is the jacket that was available at the time. It doesn't have the ones on the arms. It's got a heater, 2 in the front. It's got the push button here, which you hook your battery up. I'll show you that in a minute. And it's got one in the back, which I just showed you. And I've already gotten it dirty somehow because my life. And that's, like I said, I had to drive 45 minutes over to West Warwick, Rhode Island to pick that up at the Lowe's. And they were the only ones that had that jacket in stock. They had nothing else. There was no other brands available. There was nothing else. I couldn't get Amazon here for another week or two, which, Prime, you pay for 2-day shipping and you don't get it anymore. So, anyway, I'm going to do some stuff walking around in the cold, but not trying to, exercise and get myself warmed up by myself. And then I'm going to put the jacket on and see if it makes any difference whatsoever. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes of me filling the bird feeder and seeing what I can throw away in the yard and moving stuff around, and I'm cold already. So let's see how, actually we should take a better measurement and see what we can get for a temperature out here. Oh, it's actually colder out here. That says 30, 32. I don't even know if you saw that or not, but it's cold. I should actually go on my weather app and see what it actually says for how cold it is, and then I'm going to show you how to put this jacket together and see if it makes any difference. So my weather app, which is not subject to the sunshine that is outside, which I'm pretty sure the sun is where I was pointing my little temp gauge. Yes, it is. Just making sure. Says that it is actually 27 degrees in here. So the sun must be shining on my garage and throwing my measurement off, which it is because my roof says it's 44 degrees. And if you point the thing out in the sun, it actually says that it's a little bit warmer out than it is. So yeah, if I point it in the sun, it says 36 degrees. If I point it in the shade, yep, 27. So I'm wandering around in literally a t-shirt and a paper-thin jacket, which, by the way, I didn't show you how paper-thin this thing actually is. There's a light. There's still the light. Yeah, it's really thin. All right, I'm sufficiently cold. And as a New Englander, yeah, it takes me much more time than a normal person to get cold outside. So let's show you how this jacket goes together and how it works. Now, it's not super overcomplicated or anything. You know, you get your battery and you unpack everything. You charge your battery first, which I did, which you can see here. It's fully charged. Now, this pack, obviously, it has a little USB port, by the way, if you want to charge something in your pocket, if you're either using it or you're not using it, but it'll obviously kill how long it lasts. But you slide her on there like that. Now you put this pack, which is actually quite beefy. I mean, here's the size of my hand. That thing is quite big. That's a big bulge in your pocket. That's like 3 wallets. So what you do is you open up the coat, and you pull this little, it's on your left side, and you pull this cord out of this little hole that they have here, and this is your little battery retainer, I would say. So you plug your coat in. Sorry, I'm doing all this one-handed, obviously, but you know, bear with me. You can tell it's cold out. My hands look like I'm 60 years old. All right, so then you take this pack and you put it in here somewhere, at least in a manner that you're not going to, oh boy, I am shaking this thing all over the place. Not the easiest job here, if I'm honest. Because I'm trying to be really nice to it. I don't want to bend any cords or cables or anything. All right, it holds it real tight. And then that's pretty much it. And then you got your power button here. And when your power button, you hit and hold it until it starts to flash. Very slowly. And that is basically, it's pre-warming. So inside this thing, once she's pre-warmed, you just hit it again, and you got red for high. I can feel a little bit. White is going to be your medium setting. Blue is going to be your lowest setting. And then it'll just cycle through until you hit and hold it, and it'll power down. All right, so let's power it back up again because this is the whole point. All right, yes, you're preheating, I get it. All right, I'll turn it on to, let's go with medium heat because medium to low heat is pretty much what I'm going to be using this jacket for whenever I'm using this thing at work or something. So, okay. This jacket is kind of thin, and for it to fit properly, if I pull my hood out from my hoodie, and I was wearing it around the house, and I didn't even notice I was wearing a jacket. So this thing's got a pretty big job ahead of it. I don't know if it's going to really be able to hold up to 0-degree weather, but let's just kind of take a second here and feel it. I don't know. I'm not touching myself, trust me. You can feel warmth coming out of it. All right, so why don't, in this battery pack, you can actually kind of see it. It's kind of this bulky thing right here. I'm wearing literally the minimum amount of clothing possible just to test this thing out. Not bad. From what I've seen in tests, it actually is really like wind resistant, and it's really water resistant as well. So it starts snowing or raining on you. What I don't like is this thing right here. It kind of pokes me in the mouth. And the battery pack, if you've got a Milwaukee one, the battery pack is around the back, and I sit in a truck, so that would be bad. So that's why I kind of got this DeWalt one. I like DeWalt tools. Seems to be pretty good. I'll be honest with you, it feels like it's warming up since I've been talking. So I think I'll leave it in useful settings, like medium or low, go around and do other things, and see if there's any real market difference. So I spent a little bit of time out in the wind, and you can tell because my face is red, and got to get a tissue out for cold nose here. And you see this thing. This is what I'm talking about. I think he's poking me in the face, but I'm sure I could just wear that in or fold it over or whatever. Now, I did notice a little difference. For how thin the jacket is, you do notice a little bit of warmth touching you. Like, it does heat up a little bit. And when I'm in an enclosed environment, say inside a truck with a window open, I'm sure that's going to help keep the wind down. And it's only on the medium setting, like it's only on white. I'm sure if I cranked it up to red, it would do a lot more. I'd probably at least feel it way more. And when I'm sitting in the truck, I'll be sitting up against the seat, and I'll have a nice heater against me on my back, because that's how I get cold at my job. Is I get out and I have to do things, and then I come back to my truck, and it's you get really cold soaked in an instant, and then you're like freezing. Now this jacket, I wouldn't qualify it for like long-term outdoor use. I wouldn't say it's a sub-zero jacket. I wouldn't say it's really a below freezing jacket. It's more of a chilly weather jacket, and you don't like cold weather, you click this button and you got instant warmth. Obviously, I had planned on wearing like a thermal lined hoodie and like long sleeve t-shirt or thermal underwear underneath it or something, but I will say this. Is it worth 200 bucks? Well, for the most part, that 200 bucks is a battery and a battery charger. You're paying for that. That's probably half of what you're paying for. The rest is the jacket. It's a really well-made coat. Again, it really wouldn't be worth anything without the heater. So the heater kind of makes up for a lot of insulation, like an insulating barrier, like a duck, or like a really pilly, I don't know what the hell you call them, but something that's got a lot of insulation. It kind of makes up for that. Like, I'm standing here talking to you, and I can actually feel it starting to warm up a little bit more down in the front of me and down the back of me. And so, is it worth buying? I don't know. That's up to you. If this is something that you're looking for, then yeah, I guess it is. But again, it's artificial heat when you need it and how much you need it. Granted, it's temporary, it's on a battery, but there you go. So that's my personal review. I wanted to just really get a quick video out to you guys who subscribe to me as a thank you for subscribing. And I wanted to just kind of throw a quick review of something up, because I've just had after Christmas, or around Christmas and the New Year, I just been bombarded with doing stuff that's not related to the YouTube channel. Again, it snowed on us like 6 inches, and then the next day it was 40, or 2 days later, it was like 45 or 50 and raining, and so that's, all the snow's gone again. So it really delayed me from getting the project here, and I was working towards getting that here. And it's an incredibly important project that I've been talking about for a long time. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please consider. Go back through my back catalog and see if you see anything you like. And let me know in the comments what you think. And thank you all again. I appreciate it. That project is coming. I don't really have any money for it, but damn it, I want it going. So we're going to see what we can do. Thank you all again for your patience, and look forward to next time. Thank you.